This is one of the most important elections of our lifetime.
It all comes down to this. We've watched the months of campaign rallies, tour stops, TV spots, and debates, and tonight we'll see the results. Voter turnout already at new highs, and excitement is at a fever pitch.
I see a record number of people turning out.
I'm just happy everybody's coming out and voting.
The eyes of the nation rest on Georgia today, a gubernatorial campaign that's brought presidents and celebrities to the Peach State. Brian Kemp and Stacey Abrams locked in a dead heat.
This election, it is a battle for the soul of our state.
Georgia can do more, can be more for all of us.
In South Carolina, a candidate who's already delivered a stunning upset in the primaries now fending off a Democrat hoping to flip a red seat. And that's just a taste of what's on your ballot today. The decision is in your hands. All you have to do is vote.
Thanks for watching V-News at Daybreak. I'm Ken Greiner.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Cyria Sandlin. It is 7:30 on this Tuesday, November 6th. The polls have been open for about half an hour now. Our Zach Logan is at Coastal Cathedral right now, a polling location in Berwick this morning. Zach, I see a line. It's moving behind you. Just how busy has it been so far?
South Carolina's governor candidates are also making an all-out push to win votes.
That's right. Current incumbent Republican Governor Henry McMaster facing off against Democratic State Rep James Smith in that race for governor, both making final campaign stops across the state. McMaster made a stop in Myrtle Beach for a Get Out the Vote conference. Also, meanwhile, Smith and his running mate Mandy Powers-Noel had a late-night rally at the hunter-gatherer hangar in Columbia last night. Smith says the crowd had a tremendous energy. This race has quickly become one of the most closely watched in the entire country. There are three candidates on the ballot today: Democrat Stacey Abrams, Republican Brian Kemp, and Libertarian Ted Metz. Both Kemp and Abrams were in Savannah yesterday, making one last push to get your vote. Kemp made a stop on his statewide flyover at the airport. Abrams was at the Longshoremen's Hall in West Savannah. She then visited Richmond Hill, Rincon, Metter, and Baxley. Now, despite being on opposite sides of town and the political spectrum, both candidates had one similar message. The Low Country's congressional seat is also up for grabs. Candidates spent the Monday campaigning from Charleston all the way down to Hilton Head. Republican Katie Arrington facing Democrat Joe Cunningham. Arrington beat current representative and longtime incumbent Mark Sanford in the primaries for the Republican ticket. Now, Arrington campaigned alongside President Donald Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr. The pair were in Hilton Head. More than 1,000 Low Country voters lined the Port Royal Plaza, showing support for Arrington. And today, several communities across our area will decide if they want more alcohol sales on Sunday. That brunch bill is on the ballot for almost everyone in Chatham County. It is also on the ballot for Richmond Hill and Statesboro. It is the morning after Election Day, but we are still waiting for some results in races in Georgia and South Carolina. People voting late in Chatham County, one precinct staying open until after 10 p.m. The race is still for governor, one of those undecided.
Votes remain to be counted. There are voices that were waiting to be heard.
We are waiting on the final result, but I'm confident that victory is near.
We've got the latest on that race and all of the elections decided here in Southeast Georgia and the Low Country. WTOC's campaign coverage continues right now. 7 o'clock right now on your Wednesday. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for watching the News at Daybreak. I'm Cyria Sandlin.
And I'm Ken Greiner.
The most heated race in all of Georgia is still not over this morning, with 98.74% of the votes in. Brian Kemp and Stacey Abrams both say the election is within their grasp. We want to give you a look now at where this all stands. Kemp is ahead with just over 50% of the vote. Abrams is only 70,000 votes behind him. Libertarian Ted Metz brought in about 36,000 votes himself. Both Abrams and Kemp kept their supporters hopeful late into the night. Our reporters in Atlanta and Athens stayed until the early hours of the morning, and as they waited, the race only got tighter. Abrams didn't address the crowd until almost 2 a.m. Kemp waited until after 2:30. Here's what they had to say about their race. And again, this race is still undecided this morning. Look at these numbers. This has been a heated race from the very beginning. And this morning, those results prove this isn't just a red state anymore. The Democrats believe that is a sign of Georgia's future. Well, if the vote stands as it is now, Brian Kemp will replace Governor Nathan Deal in the state capitol. If Abrams can make up even 0.5% through absentee ballots, the race will go into a runoff. Now, that means the candidates will have one more month to convince voters to change sides. All currently registered voters will have another chance to vote on December 4th, and we will have a winner after that day. Well, some Georgia voters are suing Brian Kemp right now in a last-minute bid to prevent him from overseeing the elections. Kemp, who currently serves as Secretary of State, has been accused of suppressing minority votes in Georgia. Kemp denies those allegations. A new federal lawsuit is asking a judge to force current Governor Nathan Deal to appoint a temporary replacement who will oversee the vote counts. Kemp has previously said he would not recuse himself from overseeing a recount.
We waited until late into the night for the results and is going to a runoff.
That's right. John McCain is in the lead of this very crowded race. 7 candidates in all. Meredith Parker joining us now live from Hilton Head to talk about the race. So, Meredith, with all of these people running, this was kind of expected. In South Carolina, Governor Henry McMaster isn't leaving Columbia anytime soon. McMaster has served as governor for almost 2 years now. He replaced Nikki Haley when she became the ambassador to the United Nations. The race for lieutenant governor in South Carolina is still too close to call. Right now, Republican candidate Pamela Yvette is winning 54% to 46% over the Democratic nominee Mandy Powers Norrell. 92% of the precincts have reported, so we are still waiting for those remaining votes. And in the race for state superintendent in South Carolina, Republican Molly Mitchell Spearman is running uncontested. She's up 98% to 2% over write-in votes, with 92% of the precincts reporting. And the right to pick your superintendent in South Carolina continues. It was the only amendment on the ballot. It would have let the governor select their own superintendent, but voters denied that amendment 60-40.